YouTube. I hope everyone's having a good day or a good afternoon or a good evening. Whatever the time of the day is for you, I hope you're having a good day. In today's video, we're going to talk about another way that was just introduced for us to get high stat armor. I've been asked this a lot. I still feel like artifice armor is really nice. The only thing that sucks about farming for artifice armor is you're not guaranteed to get anything high stat, right? I've seen drops that were at 54, and then I've seen drops that were like at 62 or 63, and that is very random, and you don't know for sure what you're going to get. Here, you know exactly what you're going to get. Let's say that you don't want to kind of waste your time. I'm going to give you a pattern here, all right? With this setup that I'm about to show you, you can actually farm high stat gear in multiple ways. What you can do is, if you can get a 5 team of 6, whether you go to LFG or not, right? I am trying to build the LFG channel in my Discord. So if you're a member of the community and you want to join up, you're more than welcome to. The neat thing is, if you can get 5 people with you, right, and you do legendary dares, when you get to the end, that chest has a chance to drop you. If it's armor, it's going to be a high stat piece of armor. So the neat thing is, if you run armor on your ghost, right? Let's say you're going for discipline, you're going for intellect, you're going for mobility, whatever you're going for, you put that on to your ghost. Now, you finish that, and that's going to drop you gear. But while you're playing this activity, you're going to be getting Umbro engrams. And Umbro engrams are going to be the second key to get what I'm about to show you here. So the seasonal activity for this season of the Risen is called the PSYOP Battlegrounds, right? And each week we get an upgrade. So I didn't choose this upgrade until this week, but Armored Decoding Clearance is literally one of the first one that you can choose. Basically, each week when you get an upgrade, Bungie gives you a chance to choose one or the other. I started off with the Throne War Surveillance because I wanted more psychogenic intel. And then I went over to the Coding Clearance because I wanted to make sure that I can decrypt Umbro engrams into the seasonal weapons. I was trying to craft as many seasonal weapons as I could, right? So I went that route. So I went from here to here to here. The Feline Hoarders gave me more Risen Umbro energy. And then the next week, the first time you decrypt Umbro engrams into a seasonal weapon each week, it will have D-side resonance, right? So I wanted that because I wanted to get these weapons out and I wanted to record them for YouTube. Now, if you're out there, you don't really care about crafting as much, but you want high stat gear, or you have already crafted these weapons and you want high stat gear, this is going to be the play. It's called Armor Decoding Clearance. It grants the ability to decrypt Umbro engrams into high stat seasonal armor pieces. Bungie does require you to have this before. So like, you know, when you're doing PSYOP, you should have gotten the helmet, you should have gotten the gloves, the chest, the boots, and the class item. If you have all of these, and you come here and you unlock that first part, the nice thing about this is going to be 60 plus, right? And you get to choose exactly what you're trying to go after. So perfect example, if I wanted boots, right? And I wanted my boots to kind of have a good spike in, let's say recovery, for example, right? Let's switch this to recovery, right? I want at least 10 recovery. And I know that most hunter gear is probably going to give me mobility, right? If I go into here and I click on these boots and we look at them together, you can see that I got a huge spike in recovery. Why did I get that huge 26 in recovery? That's because I put that on my ghost, right? I put recovery armor on. Now, let's say I switch this to discipline armor, for example. That is a 67. That is literally a 67, all right? 67s don't drop that often in the game. Now, let's say I pick another pair of boots, right? But now I have discipline on. All right, so we're going to pick up another pair of boots. You're going to see here that I got 29. Mind you, this is a 67 again. But it went 29 in the discipline area. It came with resilience. If that was 30 mobility and 29 discipline, I would have probably freaked out even more. But the whole point is it's going to spike into what you put into this ghost, okay? So perfect example for Warlocks, I feel like recovery drops on a lot of Warlock gear, right? So you could try to go for intellect or even discipline. But the whole point is, if you're playing this game and you've been doing PSYOPs Battlegrounds and you have a bunch of Ryzen Umbro energies, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this right here. The cap for is 100. And if you have unlocked you getting the extra one by killing the PSYOP guy in the PSYOP activity, then you're going to get 3 at the end of it every time. So as you can see here, I literally just got back-to-back 67 rolls on pair of boots, right? So if I go to my chess piece and I'm like, all right, I want a chess piece with like intellect, for example, right? And I go to intellect armorer, right? I'm gonna click on the chess. So now this chest should have a spike of intellect on it. And boom, as you can see, this is another 67 base thing. This is literally 67 base. The highest you can get on a legendary is 69. I'm not saying that for the memes. That's literally the highest you can get on a piece of legendary gear, right? And you can see here, it gave me 23 intellect. I got that spike, right? So if you're out there, you're like, how do I go about getting a high stat armor? If you can get a team and you could do this loop that I'm telling you, meaning when you complete legendary theirs, the chest drops and it's a piece of gear, that's a high stat. While you're playing that activity, you're going to get a bunch of Umbro engrams, right? Now, another neat thing that you can put together here is if you have Umbro energy requisition on, completing race, dungeon, and non-seasonal playlist activities has a chance of grant rising energy. I'm not sure if Legendary Theirs does it. I will test this out and I'll leave it in the comments. But if it does, that means that you can play this activity, have a chance to get rising Umbro energy, stack it up to 100, get your engrams, right? Come to the table and make your gear, right? So if you have a certain loadout that you feel like, oh, I need to make this around discipline, I need to make this around strength, I need to make this around recovery, you can. All right? That's about it. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions or ideas, definitely leave them in the comments. Also, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you turn notifications on to all, you'll definitely get a notification that, I put out a video. Another neat thing is we're going to slowly start uploading the Twitch clips to the clip channel, and it's not going to be anything that's related to like my YouTube. It's just going to be anything that happens in the stream, like random funny moments. All right, so whenever you get the chance, make sure you subscribe to that. Thank you very much for being here. I see you guys on the next one. Deuces.